Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Here on the Ethereum chart, we continue to see that we haven't made a new low, so we're holding the key support area. So the assumption at the moment is still that we moved up in a wave 1 into August, sort of August, middle of August, $2,020, and that we are coming down in a wave 2 that is possibly finished. We would move up in a wave 3 next, come down in a 4, move up in a 5. This was a pretty clear setup. It has, as I mentioned, been challenged here around the 9th of November when everything came down. The whole market cap declined by 25%. The crypto market cap and also Ethereum suffered based on that, just a sentiment shift in the market, which certainly wasn't good. And I really believe that had we not seen this issue, this situation would be different today and we wouldn't be in such a challenging situation. We're going to take a look at that. This sort of bullish interpretation of the chart is valid as long as we hold the $1,000 level. Below that level, it just gets very, very unlikely. And the reason is not only is the $1,000 level a psychological support level, it is also the level where we had a lot of support here back in June. So that's something important to mention. And it is the 88.7% Fibonacci retracement. So if we look at the entire pattern here, and I have to add those fibs to it, here the 88.7, where are we with that? So we add this one, and I'm going to add this one. Where's the 88.7? Down here. Yeah, you can see that that's roughly the $1,000 level, not exactly, but prices are dynamic, so I've basically rounded it down from 1,015 to 1,000, but that is the key level. Yeah, because below that level, it's getting very unrealistic that this bullish potential is still being used by the market. So from that point of view, then we have to focus on lower targets. Would be 880, most likely 650 or even lower. So and the problem is if we come down to that level, to around 650, this is based on Fibonacci extensions, a key level. But what could very well be, and this is what we cannot rule out, is that should we lose the $1,000 level, we might enter a much, much deeper move down. So 880 is obviously first support, but I don't expect it to hold if we lose the $1,000 level. So the idea would be maybe this here would all be a wave A to the downside. Then we get a bounce from maybe 650 in a B wave and then come down once more in a C. This would be a very, very, let's call it bearish interpretation of this, but it's absolutely possible. So we just need to be aware of that. So yeah, it's absolutely critical that the $1,000 level holds. That's why I've got below $1,000 some of my stop losses set. Some positions I don't care about because they are on the, let's say on a hardware wallet, so I don't really do anything with them. But if I have a stop loss here at the moment for the longer positions, I'm setting that below 1,000 US dollars because that is the absolute key level. The reward though would take us to around $3,000 and more, right? And maybe even in the long run to 10,000 plus. So there is quite a good reward to risk at the moment. And even though this is not yet the most bullish wave pattern that I've seen before, there is still a chance we hold the $1,000 level and move up from here. Yeah. Important here in the very short term, and that's different to Bitcoin. Even if we make another low in this pattern, we can't rule that out. Yeah, this is consolidation, triangle, could be trend continuation. So we can't rule out another low here. But the difference to Bitcoin is if Bitcoin makes a new low, it will most likely go below the the bear market, the so far bear market low. I think that was around 50.5K or something. With Ethereum, we still, even if we make a new low here below the 9th of November, we are still above the June low, and it has a chance still to hold the $1,000 level. So Bitcoin, we have a problem. This is a so-called triangle pattern, and I mentioned before that in the bearish interpretation here, you can see that as 1, 2, 3. Here a wave 4 triangle and a wave 5 down. The advantage on the Ethereum chart is that this can hold the $1,000 level. So it does not, even if we make one more low in the short term, it would not invalidate the larger bullish potential. Bitcoin is obviously different. That's why I've been saying to you that the Ethereum chart looks much stronger, and it has played out so far. But yeah, I mean, this is still a situation where, similar to Bitcoin, we're not really getting the buyers in at the moment. We're in a consolidation pattern. The view is here that possibly on the 9th of November, the wave 2 finished, and we have since then started a 1-2 setup, basically an uptrend here in a wave 1. Again, it's not highly reliable. I mentioned that before as well because of the structure. Then here a wave 2 to the downside currently, which could now come down in the very short term to 1130. And then there would be a wave 3 up, a wave 4 down, a wave 5 up, all part of that larger wave 3. This would sort of be the bullish outcome of this, and to get really evidence for that, we would want to see a break above 1290. That is required. On the flip side, again, this is the bearish count, 1, 2, 3, here a triangle 4, and this has become more likely now in that we really see a solid triangle pattern here. So the wave down could just then be the next low, right? Could be one more wave down and it makes a new low, but it could hold the $1,000 level. That is what we need to see then, if it does, because then there's another chance for a bounce from the $1,000 level. And to basically make the imminent uptrend less likely, we need a breakout below 1130. Yeah, that is the lower support of that support box. And yeah, these are the two main scenarios. Similar to Bitcoin, we need a signal here in the very short term. So I go to the 1 hour chart. In the very short term, we might see this play out here, the yellow count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that we really come down to 1130. It has also not entirely followed through on that, but overnight we've seen here another swing low, small one, right? So yeah, it's just time to be a bit patient here with this movement. Triangles are difficult, and we just need a signal either above 1290 or 1130, below 1130. At the moment, there is still a chance to see this as a combined 1, 2, 1, 2 setup. And if we don't make a new low, I might go that way, but it doesn't really change anything in the short term. So don't be too hung up on that. Doesn't really matter too much what the subwave count is here. This is really micro counting. Important are the levels of 1130 and 1290. Important is to know that this chart, probably more than many other charts, still has some bullish potential, and it can deliver on that. But of course, the market participants need to do it and need to come in. The sentiment needs to shift again, and I think it can shift quite quickly as soon as you get a breakout above the 1290 level. But of course, you know, we need to see that first and need to see some kind of a signal. But what I can promise you, and that's, I mean, it's not guaranteed, but it's pretty much what always happens is that when you get really squeezed into a triangle apex like this, there is usually a strong impulsive move following. So if that happens here on the weekend or early next week, unclear, because we're not yet exactly in the apex, but the price is really getting squeezed more and more. You can see the volatility here is reducing so much, and having over the last, well, basically we've seen on this channel so many triangle patterns, and so many of them have been in a wave 4 that we just need to be ready for one more low. I mean, but then again, the chance is still that we hold the $1,000 level, because triangles often occur in a wave 4, and that would be a move to the downside. But again, that's why we've got the 1130 level as signal. Okay, and that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.